What's up, guys? Welcome back to the E&G Pod of Thunder, featuring your boy, Young Denzel, with my co-hosts.
Hey, what it do, what's poppin', what it is, it's G.
And we're here with one of the most fierce, relentless entrepreneurs I know, Sparkle and Shine, and...
Sparkle and Shine Beauty.
Beauty.
Hey.
Oh, and Beauty.
Sparkle and Shine Beauty.
Sorry, you guys, it threw me off because she just opened up to more things. So on the business card here, it says Sparkle and Shine. So Sparkle and Shine Beauty Teeth Whitening. Lani Aguadello. Follow her on social media at her Instagram, Sparkle and Shine TW. Facebook, Sparkle and Shine Teeth Whitening. Phone number 401-451-6100.
Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it. Lani,
Yeah.
what do you do?
What don't I do? Okay.
You make people beautiful. That's what it is, right?
They're already beautiful. I just enhance it a little bit.
Oh, wow,
That's what I
that's
did.
nice. I like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I offer tons of services. I started off with doing teeth whitening. It's an all-natural product. It's vegan, organic. It works instantly. It's enamel safe, zero sensitivity. So I started the business about a year ago doing that out of my home, actually, just doing the teeth whitening. And there were so many other opportunities out there, so I've just branched out into doing so many different things.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's
kinda
cool.
great.
It's kind of like step back a little bit. So how did you even get into that? I love hearing stories about what made people get into that type of business in the first place.
Okay, so I was doing nursing for almost 25 years, and COVID hit, and corporate just treated us. Can we swear on here?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, perfect. So corporate treated us like dog shit, like we were just disposable. And I was working 60 to 80 hours a week and just giving them everything I had, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, from knowing you for a good amount of time that I have, I feel like you're one of the most outspoken people that I know. So I feel like that did not go over well with you in that type of scenario. So like when you're in that situation, what was going through your mind where you're like, oh, COVID's happening. We don't know what's going to go on. We're going to go just deal with it? Or obviously you did it, but like what was going through that process at that time?
So at that time, I figured, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. But it's mentally draining me. And when my husband could see that I just wasn't myself anymore, he was just like, yo, something's got to give. I can't see you like this, like just to make money. So I said, you know what, let me look into something, another stream of income, because I was so used to making good money. I had to find something that, could keep me at the level I was at. So a friend of mine who was doing the teeth whitening, who is no longer a friend because some people can't take competition.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh.
Shots fired. Boom, boom. But she was actually doing teeth whitening and told me about it and told me I should take the course. So I took the course and I started it as a side hustle because, I didn't want to leave the hospital completely. I had my benefits. I had so many years in there. And so I started doing it as a side hustle, and it just kind of took off and became a full-time hustle. So I pulled a Jerry Maguire and walked out of the hospital.
Is there any way you and like her could like become like friends again, or do you think that's done?
No, I don't think it's not done. I feel like she just let too many people get in her head.
Gotcha.
And it was just like, I was always loyal to her up until she just questioned my loyalty too many times.
Of course, yeah.
And like Effie said, I'm the most outspoken person you ever know. I'm not rude, but I'm not going to let you talk to me crazy or come at me crazy.
Absolutely.
Like, that's just how I am. Mm-hmm. And someone once described me as a person who would give you the shirt off their back. But if
I could see that. From the little time I've known you, I could see that.
Yeah, but if you fuck me over, I will choke you out with that shirt, or like I don't even want to say what else.
So you're embracing competition.
Of course.
So you weren't mad at her.
No, I wasn't mad at her. I mean,
I don't think you are anymore, right?
I wasn't mad. I'm still not mad at her.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed in the fact that she let people that she didn't even really know get in her head and just cause something that wasn't.
Yeah. No,
I got my products from her. I thought she was mad cool. But then when she started questioning my loyalty, my husband was the one that was like, yo, I think you need to look somewhere else for product, because I feel like if she comes at you crazy, you're going to be without a product. So you need to look somewhere else, because we don't want to be shit out of luck. And sure enough, she let people get in her head. And she just cut me off one day, just deleted me off social media and everything. And I was like, okay, fine.
That's
I had
awesome.
already had my own product at the time. So I was able to move on. But when when I had celebrated my 1 year anniversary, I shouted her out because she trained me.
Of
Like
course.
she trained me, she introduced me to this lifestyle. Granted, I paid for my course and I paid for everything, but she still introduced me to this lifestyle. So I don't have any hate towards her.
Yeah, good for
And
you.
I don't
That's
think
awesome.
that, it's just people got in her head.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I have a couple of questions to backtrack still. Like, so you said when you first started, did you have any like you said you had a full-time job there, benefits? Were you nervous to pull
Like Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, were you nervous?
Of course I was nervous. I didn't know that I would be as successful as I am today.
So what would you say to people in like your shoes at that point? What advice would you give them to make that jump? Because that is tough for a lot of people. So like, you are one of the few people who actually do it.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people in those shoes that like, oh, should I make it or not? Should I make that jump?
So
It is
I would.
scary.
It's very scary. So what I would suggest is exactly what I did. Start as a side hustle. Like do it as a side hustle. Maintain your full-time position. Start as a side hustle. See how it takes off. If it doesn't take off as quickly as mine did, it's okay. Like just keep pushing, and don't give up. Like don't give up. Like I would have just continued working at the hospital if this didn't become as successful. I would have continued, and I just would have cut my hours back and not let them stress me out as much as they did. Because I was there so much, I just felt compelled. It was almost like I felt like I had to, do everything because
Yeah.
it was falling apart around us. Like
I'm sure.
it was
at that
really
point in
bad.
time.
I feel like she's giving advice to us.
I know, right?
And I'm 45 years old. I don't have time. Like not
45 years young.
Yeah, 45 years young.
Hey.
But I didn't have time to be like, okay, once I saw it start to take off, I didn't have time to be like, okay, let's just, take it slow. I was like, step on the gas and let's go.
I mean, if you follow her on Instagram, which you should, Sparkle and Shine TW, you will see again the relentless portion of her. Constant promotion of yourself, getting yourself out there, which is what you have to do to get yourself,
Noticed.
Notice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And definitely give her that follow. You'll see all the self promotion and all the great things you do to help people out in the community.
Yeah.
So-
No, I definitely do.
Lonnie, what was your, how do you say it, your oh shit moment? You're like, oh shit, I'm working this job I don't love and I'm going to transition.
Yeah,
What
that
was
was
your
a
oh shit moment?
specific moment.
Yeah.
That specific moment was when my boss pulled me in her office after I had come back from a leave. I came back from a leave, and they knew that I actually had a miscarriage. And
Sorry to hear that.
thank you. But they knew I had one. I had taken a stress leave. I had come back in the peak of COVID, and I was working hard, doing what I had to do, and they pulled me in the office, and they had questioned why I had taken 5 minutes to 10 minutes longer on my break.
Jesus.
After I literally had lost maybe 3 or 4 patients that day. So you're asking me why I needed an extra 10 minutes. I called my husband and I was like, this is what happened. I don't think I can handle this right now. And he was like, babe, you don't need to stay there. Leave.
Yeah.
Finish my shift because I'm a professional. And then I was just like, I'm done. I started saying bye to everybody. And everybody's like, what are you doing after being here for so long? Well, how are you saying bye? And I was like, it was great working with you. I love you guys, but today's my last shift and I'm done. Like, I'm done. There was no sympathy for anything that I went through. It was just like, it was very traumatic. And being that I worked with a lot of females, you'd think that they would be sympathetic. And I was in my 40s. Like, who would have thought I would have got pregnant in my 40s? Like, it was just like shock of being pregnant, shock of, having a miscarriage, and, just going through COVID. And it was just a lot.
Yeah.
And it was just like, yep, I'm done. Bye. I'm out.
But there's a lot of power in that, just to say, hey, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, that's it. But you know what? I couldn't have done it without Tony. Because he's my support system. Like, he had the full-time job. He had the benefits. And he was like, we'll be fine. Like, we'll just be
Yeah.
fine.
I was just going to say, how important do you think it is to have that support system, like compared to, how some people want to do it on their own?
So I believe in girl power. You can do it without a man. You don't need a man to do it at all. You can do it by yourself. I consider myself very fortunate and lucky that I've had Tony to help me. And I know that, a lot of people be like, well, you had your husband and it must have been so much easier for you to do it. But maybe that's true. Maybe it is true. But I believe if you have a dream, do it. Because where I came from, nobody thought I'd be where I'm at today. Mm-hmm. Nobody.
Can you give a little background on that? Like, so where did you come from, and why do you think you had that against, like, your reputation? Why do you think you're against
Yeah, so my
against
life
the wall.
is, so a lot of people, really don't know why I am the way I am. Like you said, I'm the most outspoken person like that, But the reason why I am like that is because I grew up in the foster system. I was taken away when I was 7 years old. I was put into foster care my whole life. So I was pretty much told what I could do, what I couldn't do. I'm going to sleep at this house tonight. I'm going to have to go here. I'm going to have to go there. So I never had control. I grew up in group homes, slept in different homes, went to different counselors, suffered major PTSD, and just went through a lot, like a lot. So when you grow up in the system, a lot of people look at you like you're already doomed. Like, this is going to be your life. Like, okay, she's in the system, so most likely she's going to end up repeating the cycle like my parents did and just be a bum. Like, my parents should have never had kids. They just weren't ready. They weren't ready. And, I know that they probably had traumas in their life, but growing up in the situations that I did, I was always a fighter. Physically and mentally, I was always a fighter. I was determined to break the cycle. And I did. Like, I graduated from, I didn't graduate from high school because I was a punk ass kid.
So you was fucking bitches up.
I was. You know me. I've been fighting since I was fucking 7 or 8 years old because I was always the tiniest kid in the foster home, so I had to defend myself. So I've been fighting since I was young. And I've always been, very defensive, and that's just how I am. But I
can take shit from nobody.
Nobody ever, never. It's not happening.
That's a good quality to have, for sure.
It's not happening.
So at what age did you enter the foster system?
I entered at 6.5, 7.
Okay. And at what age do you say you kind of exited it?
I exited when I met my husband. So I want to say,
that?
like I was 15, 16. So I was actually put up for adoption at some point.
Okay.
And then my father stepped in, bum. And he was trying to act like the savior, but he at the time had a young wife who was just starting to have kids with him. So we were put back in the system again. So it's just like, it was a complete nightmare.
So he took you out to put you back
to put me right back in. Yeah.
Was he trying to like show off to his?
I think maybe his family at the time had pushed him into, these are your kids, step in, be a father. And I think that maybe, he did that to try to look good, because he was never there. And he didn't, because we ended up right back in the system. So it was always like a yo-yo effect. Like, one point my grandmother would take me in, and then, we'd get to be too much, because foster kids come with a lot of baggage. Like, they come with a lot of trauma. Like, a lot of them are physically abused, sexually abused, and, they just need a lot of love, and, they just need a lot.
So how did you, with all that, you said baggage that you had, how did Tony was able to like overcome that, and how were you able to open up to him? You think
it took a long time for me to open up to Tony? And
how'd you guys meet? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut in. How'd you guys meet?
Tony.
Let's start at that.
Yeah. So Tony and I met in high school.
Okay.
We've been together for 28 years.
28.
Well, actually 29 this year.
You don't see that anymore, huh?
You don't.
Oh, you need this.
You don't.
That's awesome. Good for you. That's awesome.
29 this year, but it took me a long time to open up to Tony.
What was his opener like? Nice shoes.
You definitely remember. You have.
Yeah.
To.
Like what?
Love at first sight.
Like, how do you kick it to you?
It was not love at first sight. Fuck all that. It was not.
Maybe not for you, for him, probably, right?
Tony was a dog. Like, Tony was your typical young Yep. If he's around, he can give you that famous bark of his. But Tony was a dog. Like, yeah, right? Tony, give you a little bark. See? He still got it.
Oh, you gotta stay here for this, because you probably have two different stories.
Oh, no.
We asked, what was your opening line? How did you get her attention?
Like, how'd you plot? Like, what'd you do to plot?
Sent a friend.
Oh, you gotta go on, Diego.
Yeah, come in.
Well, I seen her walking down the hall, and I said I had to get with that. You know what I'm saying? So I sent her friend to go talk to her for me.
And what was it about me? You could tell the truth. What, the arch?
That arch back when she was walking down the hall, her butt sticking out. And I was like, what?
That's a Spanish man's weakness, right?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's all it took.
I feel you.
That's a wrap from there. Love at first sight.
Definitely not. But, he sent my friend over to talk to me. And then I gave him my number. He lost it.
It happens.
Then he asked for it again. And I was like, hell no. You lost it. You're not getting it again.
Damn, you almost fucked up for life.
He almost did. He almost did. And then we ended up going to a prom, which was so funny. I went with a friend of mine. She was 2 grades ahead of me. And I just went with someone she knew because she didn't want to go by her, like, with,
Yeah.
she thought it would be fun. So I went with some guy that I didn't even know just to hang out with my friend. And he went with some girl as a friend. And we ended up together the whole night. And from then on, it was just Lani and Tony.
It's undeniable.
Yep. Yep.
28 years later.
So what was it about him then that you were able to open up to? And you said it was taking too.
It took a while for Tony to really understand me. I don't think, like, when we first started dating, it was not like anything serious. He was doing him, I was doing me, until he actually initiated for us to be like a couple, like a serious couple.
Guys,
Welcome to the Pot of Love, baby.
welcome back to the Pot of Love E&G edition. Let's get it.
I'm on the love side. He's on the thought side.
I'm
Okay,
on the
yeah.
thought
No,
side.
I want
We're
you to
on
know.
the thought side over here.
I
Let's
love
get it.
love.
No,
Somebody
no.
come on the thought side. Let's get it.
No.
I root for a good love story.
It's a good love
I'm
story.
a sucker for a good rom-com.
It's
All right,
a
guys,
really
welcome
good-
back to the E&G Pod of Love with your girl, Lani Agudelo, and the featured co-host in the background. He's shy. Tony.
Tony, Big Tony.
Big Tone.
No, definitely not a love story. But like in the beginning, it wasn't. So when we became official, you know, it just...
How long was that after you met him?
It's probably about like, not long. Because your boy wanted to hit it, so it wasn't that long. And he knew if I wasn't his girlfriend, he was not hitting it because I wasn't that kind of girl. That wasn't me.
You had to give up the streets. Damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth it, man. Sometimes you just got to get off the streets.
Was it worth it, Big Tone?
Oh, it was definitely worth being around.
He's out here.
You need to get on the mic, man. You need to get on the mic.
It was definitely worth being with her.
So it was ups and downs. Tony and I went through a lot. Like, Tony wasn't ready to settle down. So everybody who knows Lani and Tony knows Tony was a dog and he cheated in the beginning, and it's okay because he
Man-
got that shit out of his system.
People make mistakes, right?
Yeah. He did. I'm not going to come out here and glamorize it. So we went through a lot in the beginning.
You guys were kids.
We were kids. Nobody
were
thought
kids,
we were going to
yeah.
be together
Exactly.
for 28 years. We were 16 and 17. And because I came from the foster system and going to live with my mom, I didn't last long there. So Tony's mother, who's my mom, she took me in. And Tony didn't want a girl living at his house, like moving in, but I had nowhere to go. I really didn't. So his mom opened the door, took me in, never asked me for anything, and just gave me a home. And so we were pretty much husband and wife when we were barely boyfriend and girlfriend. You know what I mean? So
It's like that sometimes, right?
yeah. So I mean, it was beautiful that his mom took me in, and you know, she was the best thing that ever happened to me. And then, you know, Tony and I just went through ups and downs until we had kids.
Just like everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Everybody goes through ups and
Yeah,
downs.
and I had a lot of patience, and you know, I wasn't an angel. We were just doing us. We were doing us.
Yeah.
And then when we decided to have kids, you know, it was just like that was another struggle because we struggled with infertility and having kids, so that was a lot. And once we finally decided to have kids, that was it. Tony hung it up, and he was like, "That's it."
Good man.
Yeah, he's the
Good
best
man.
thing. So anybody who ever doubts Tony and the way he loves me and all that, you're crazy because the man loves me and I love him.
Hey. But so having that support system, getting back to what we're talking about, is what gave you that courage to pull your Jerry Maguire and like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Tony's always been. I mean, he's always been super supportive. Always, he's the backbone of Sparkle and Shine. So Tony's shy. Don't get it twisted. It's not because he's not part of this. It's because he's shy. That's just him. Like Playboy Tony is shy now, believe it or not.
Hey, he had that the quiet swag. The quiet
yeah.
swag to reel him in.
That's exactly it. Yep. Shy guy. But yeah, he's the backbone of Sparkle and Shine. And, you know, like you said, how did I open up to Tony? It was actually not even really so much myself that had to open up. Tony got to see for himself what my parents were like and what my family was like. So he would see, you know, the struggle of trying to have a relationship and just all the trauma and stuff. And he was like, yo, this girl really needs someone to just love her. Like, just love her unconditionally.
Tony stepped up.
Yeah, he stepped up. And, you know, after everything, because it's not like he really understood me in the beginning. But, you know, once we got to the point of having kids and how important it was to me and, you know, I think he really got it. And he was like, yo, this girl was meant to be a mother. She was meant to just love unconditionally. And she deserves a good life. And that's when everything just fell into place. So I didn't really have to tell him. He saw for himself.
Yeah.
And he's just, you know, he's got me. No matter what, he's got my back.
You got him.
And I got him. We have each other. Like, no matter what, it's us for life.
And
like,
what else do you need?
Nothing.
Nothing, right?
Nothing. I have Tony, I have my kids, and that's it. I don't need anything else. That's enough for me.
I think you hit like when you're like at an optimal right there, like in the relationship status, like you don't need anything else.
Nothing.
Isn't that like that's bliss, right?
It's like we go on vacation all the time. Like some people break up in their 40s because their kids are grown, they have nothing holding them together.
Mm-hmm.
We have 20 and a 22-year-old, and we're going on vacation all the time, partying like we're newlyweds. Like we're all over each other like dumb. Like it's dumb.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's
It's
what
beautiful.
you want, right? That's what
People are like, damn, did you guys just meet? Like
you guys
yeah.
can still make each other laugh.
Yes. We're so
awesome.
attracted to each other physically, emotionally.
That's what it is. You
mentally.
guys still have to like have that attraction, like not just physically, but like
Yeah.
emotionally. You guys have to like, oh, I want to hang out. No, my man's funnier than.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's awesome.
Just this morning, he was getting out of the shower. He had his shorts on, walking around. I'm like, yo, stop doing that. Like, and it has to be like that. He's like,
exactly.
what the fuck am I doing? I'm like,
exactly. Imagine settling for something that's not that something like less that you're
Hell
not
no.
attracted.
Hell no.
Right. Exactly. I refuse to like settle for anything like that.
Do you think? Do you think it's different when you guys grew up compared to this day and age? Though it's completely different.
social media is too temptation. There's too much temptation out there.
Yeah, but I also feel like love is love, and like when you figure it out, you figure it out, and when you come across somebody that like, it doesn't interrupt that, like social media doesn't like blind that, you figure it out. You have to just keep looking for that. And if you settle for something less, then that's you're doing it wrong. That's what I feel like.
But we've had, like I said, I've known you for a while. We've had talks off camera, obviously, and you've said like, is there ever times where you may regret something or you like, jumping in it too quickly at any times?
As far as my relationship?
Yeah, like experience and other things. Like, we've had conversations about, my younger siblings or like your kids, stuff like that. And you said you want them to experience everything. You don't want them to jump straight into something.
Right.
And so it's kind of like different than what you're saying. So like, you want them to experience, not just be in a relationship with the rest of their life.
Right. And I mean, the reason being is because Tony and I met so young, and there was a lot of hurt on both sides that it didn't have to be done. Had we just not tried to commit so easy. And I feel like if you have experience at a young age, when you settle down, you know what you want because you've already had other experiences. So you're more apt to know, in my opinion, that you're ready. If you've been out there and you've had different experiences and you're living your life or whatever, versus just being with one person, you never have to wonder, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like, I done that. Like, I got that shit out of my system.
Yeah.
And I feel like, in my opinion, like, I didn't want my kids to settle down. I wanted them to have fun, but they're just like me and their father. They settle down young. My daughter's been with her boyfriend for 5 years. My son's been with his for 4.
Hey, they're following your foot tracks, though. You can't really be upset.
Well, they're different, though, because Tony and I raised them to not be like us. Like, my daughter, she's a triple major from PC. She's in her
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Yes. She's in her master's program right now. She'll be graduated at the age of 22 in August. So, I always told her to be independent. You don't need anyone for anything. You've got me and Dad. And, she tolerates no shit. So if her man ever tried to cheat on her or ever tried to do her wrong, my daughter is like her father, and she will cut you off and walk away.
And then Tony's cutting him.
Oh, yeah. Colombians.
Hi, baby.
It's not going to happen. And, my kids are, they just won't tolerate shit. They won't let someone hurt them. They're not like, for me, I think like in my life, I've always let people my family kind of shit on me, and I take them back and forgive them. My kids are not like that. You fuck my kids over once and they're like, we're done. Like, we're done.
Do you try to like talk to them about that? Okay,
I do. I'm like, you got to be a little soft. And they're like, no, Mom. Like, no.
Coming from you?
Yep.
I wouldn't expect
I
that.
know.
Wouldn't expect
I think
that.
with my age, maybe I'm getting a little soft, but maybe not. No, I'm really not. I guess I'm just trying to be a good parent. I just feel like you don't have to be so mean. And it's like, really? Do you know who I am? Like, do you know who my parents are? And I'm like, yeah, shit.
I got you. So Lani, real quick.
Yeah.
What do you offer? What can you offer me from Sparkle and Shine?
Okay, so again, teeth whitening was my original baby. Now I do foot detoxes. So it's a foot soak with an ionic current that sucks out the toxins from your body, and it sucks it out into the water so you can actually see the toxins that are coming out. And I hand you a grid that shows you exactly what is being detoxified. So if you're detoxing from your joints, from your liver, from your kidneys, it'll tell you based on the color of the water.
Like you need to focus on like what's what exactly.
Yeah, I mean you can see exactly what it is. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anything. It could just be that you're overproducing in certain areas, and it's just cleaning you out.
Yeah.
What would make me want to come in for that though?
If you're having any type of joint pain, COVID recovery, that's a big thing. A lot of people still are having the long-term effects from COVID, and if you come in for this detox, it can help get those toxins out of your body. If you have, if you like to drink and you're like hungover and you feel like crap, come on in, get a detox.
Be there tomorrow
You'll
morning.
feel so, yeah, right? The way you guys are doing shots, yeah. But, you guys ready for another one? Okay, keep it coming. So yeah, so the foot detoxes are good for anyone really. But, you know, if you have chronic pain, I'm not doing it. I'll keep it here to look like I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it. But if you have
not a sponsor.
No. If you have chronic pain, if you have, you know, you're just feeling under the weather, if you're hungover, if you just want to come in and just kind of relax, after you're finished, you get a nice little foot massage and you feel great. Like everybody that has had the detox describes it as feeling light. So when they're finished, they just feel like all that toxin is out of their body and they just feel great.
Gotcha.
So that's the foot detox. And then I do non-invasive body contouring and sculpting. So it's an alternative for women that are trying to lose weight and contour their body instead of going under the knife. So it's at nowhere near the cost. You're not mutilating. You're not having, you know, to go through the pain of the surgery. No recovery time. It's pain-free. It gives you similar results to having the actual surgery just without going through all that trauma.
A couple of the girls you posted. I followed them real quick.
Oh my God. Yes, do
So
that.
come to Sparkle and Shine and get it right
Yes.
with your girl Lani.
Get your body right.
So get your body right for the summer.
Yes.
I'll see you at Patty's. Let's get it.
And you were saying like those stubborn areas for like people who are like, you know, you're trying to lose like from this area, you could target that, right?
I can.
Okay.
So people that go to the gym, sometimes you have those areas that just won't go away no matter how hard you work out. A lot of times it's the tummy. The tummy's based off of diet 100%. But if you have excess fat and you have loose skin, I have the machines to help you lose that fat and to tighten up and tone your skin.
Nice.
And then that's when my products come into play because I have a lot of women that suffer from cellulite and they're trying to get rid of it. Cellulite is the devil. It's so hard to get rid of, but there are things to help minimize it. So I have the treatments like wood therapy, radio frequency that help break up the fat because pretty much what cellulite is it's fat cells that get stuck in transit. So what we end up doing is we have the coffee cellulite scrub that I do as part of my services, and they can also do it at home. So it's a nice little caffeine scrub that you rub on the problem areas, and you can even wrap it with the osmotic wrap that I provide, and just go about your day. And you're actually like burning the cellulite as you're just going about your day.
So that service and the foot service, how long does that take? How long out of your day would I have to reserve for that?
So a foot detox takes 45 minutes. The teeth whitening takes 60 minutes in total. This month I'm doing the teeth whitening treatments where you get 2 treatments back to back, a free remineralization treatment that puts the minerals back into your teeth it puts minerals back into your teeth that you can lose during whitening.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing that in there, and then I'm throwing a 24 karat collagen lip mask in. So you get like a little spa treatment with that.
Guys, and she's giving 50% off to our listeners.
No.
He's lying. You get the remineralization gel and the lip moisturizing treatment, which is valued just alone. That's valued at $50. So I'm throwing that in there for free. So he meant to say you get $50 free in product with your treatment.
I tried hooking you guys up.
But that's a hookup.
Yeah, you guys are still getting hooked up.
You're still
regardless,
getting
don't worry
hooked
about
up.
it, yeah.
And then the foot detox, that takes about 45 minutes. The body contouring, that takes a little bit longer because, again, it's not surgery. And I'm very transparent in letting you know that it's a team effort. So when you come in, you know, you have to make sure you're drinking your water. You definitely have to work out. Not anything strenuous, but you have to try to work out.
Yeah.
Try to eat a little bit better. Incorporate my diet drops, which we sell at the shop. They're all natural, caffeine free. It just helps to suppress your appetite, and it's got like all kinds of natural vitamins and minerals that you should be taking in every day, and that again boosts your metabolism. Because I've been in the nursing field for so long, I know so much about the anatomy and the body. So what I tell you with my products, I know everything about. So
Don't question my girl.
No, please don't, because with my attitude, I'll
she'll
come.
slap.
I really won't.
You will
I have
leave
a
with no
business.
teeth.
I have a business now. I have to be professional.
Absolutely. Yep.
But a lot of people think when they're dieting that they need to stop eating. That's the worst thing that you can do.
Oh, the worst. When people say that, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay, you're gonna lose.
I don't even say anything. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you have to keep your metabolism going. So that's what these diet drops do. You can eat whatever you want. Try to be smart about it, but this will help suppress your appetite, but it gives you the vitamins and minerals that you need daily. Like, you have to take in a certain amount of calories. You just can't cut yourself off and think, okay, yeah, I'm going to lose weight. Yeah, you are, but you're going to put it on 10 times faster after.
Absolutely.
So, the diet drops help you with that. The body contouring, I have my own line. It's called Snatched. And I have slimming gels. Show it up. Okay. So I have slimming gels, slimming creams, tightening gels, tightening creams. I also have my own line of candles.
What makes your products different than other people's?
Well,
Tell me why would I buy your? Oh, you make your own.
I make my own products.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, Tony and I are in our shop and making our own products.
Damn, Tony's out here in the sleeve line.
He is, yeah.
Hurry the fuck up.
Yep.
Tony sounds like the dream, man.
He's a chemist.
Damn, bro.
He is.
Can
He
you come to
is.
my house after this?
He is. Good luck, ladies, because he is done.
We gotta get him part of the crew. That's what we need. We need him part of the crew. Whatever she's paying you, we'll double it.
So
Shots.
we make our own line of products. So what makes us stand out from everybody else is it works. Like, you can call my clients. I'm on IG. My clients' names are tagged and everything. They will tell
I
you.
know how you guys can see my fresh ass white teeth. It was done by Lani. I come through to Sparkle and Shine, and she put on J Balvin. I didn't like the song, but fuck it, whatever. You'll find me on the Instagram.
Lani, I'm gonna get a teeth whitening soon.
Good.
What's the longest? How long does it take?
So it takes altogether the special that I'm doing, and that's pretty much what I'm doing now. It's a 60-minute. It's a 60-minute
Just
session.
an hour out of my day? Too easy.
What is it?
Just an hour out
Just
of my
an
day?
hour out of your day. Yep. And you see the results instantly. I don't know if we can grab that tooth grid over there. Tony, can you pass me that? Tony, the man, Tony. Pass me that tooth grid so I can show them a little bit of what. There's my man. There he is. Thanks, baby. Okay, so if you can see this tooth grid here, this is where most people start, right around here.
That's me.
And then if you're lucky, you can get down here. But it's based off of genetics and lifestyle. I can guarantee you that I will have you lift 10 shades in one session. Now think about that. It takes you 20, 30, 40 years to stain your teeth. In one session, I can take 10 shades of staining off. That's a big deal.
Guys, check the IG. She ain't lying.
No, I'm not lying.
I drink coffee every morning.
Okay, so
And black at work.
Okay, so someone like you'll whiten 100% because I love coffee stains.
Me too.
They come out so easy.
Really? Okay.
Oh my God, I love people with coffee staining. It comes in, it just comes out so easy. So the only thing is the longevity of the whitening might not last
So
because
stop
you're a
drinking
coffee
that
drinker.
fucking coffee like
You drink
that.
it through a straw.
Drink it through a straw.
Yeah. Drink it through a straw. Get an insulated straw. I mean, if you like it piping hot, it's not going to happen.
That's us.
You likes piping.
Okay, so if you like it.
Hey.
So if you like it hot like that, then I mean you'll just become a regular customer because you're gonna see someone who drinks coffee every day that I can take that staining out. You're gonna be here
Guys, and she offers season
Once a
pass.
once a month. Yeah, it's safe
That's
to
fair.
do.
I think that's fair.
And I have tons of clients that come
Yeah.
in once a month.
I think that's fair, yeah.
60 minutes out of your day once a month to look like you're not drinking coffee or wine or smoking cigarettes or weed or anything like that. I take all those stains
Wait,
out.
weed stains your teeth?
Of course it stains your teeth.
Smoking does.
No, I
Smoking
don't
does
smoke
in
weed.
general,
I don't
right?
fucking know.
Smoking does. I have so many people that ask me that weed like actually stains your teeth. Yes.
How about
weed.
hookah?
Hookah too.
Anything? I don't. Damn, no shit. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry, but you know me. I'm like
You ain't know Effie?
aggressive.
Like what?
Yeah,
Effie, you ain't know? Like,
I'm
what's
in
good,
Asia, My
bro?
body's a temple, bro.
Jeez.
Shit, I
But
don't know
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, all of
Except for
that
drink.
stuff. I mean, you see the smoke that's
lot.
coming out. That's gonna leave a film on
course,
your
yeah.
teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everything stains, but you can get it taken care of by coming to see me.
Too easy.
It's too easy. Yep, Sparkle and Shine Beauty. Check me
And
out.
guys, we didn't even say we're a terrible host. We are in the studio, if you couldn't tell. Brand new, just moved in. You guys gotta come check out the studio. Like I said, for 50% off.
He's lying. We're having a grand opening. Will this be ready by March 20th?
What's funny?
You have to get it ready by March
Yeah,
20th.
it's definitely it definitely will.
We'll drop it on March 20th.
Yes, March 20th. We're having a
19th.
grand opening from 12 to 3. I'm going to have a bunch of small vendors here because now that I'm part of the small business community, I'm all about giving back. Like my small business people reach out. I'm down to collab. I'm down to hook you up and come to my salon. I'll shout you out. Like we can all work. We can all work together. Even girls that do teeth whitening and stuff. I'm not like, let's go.
Oh,
Like,
so you're not hating on the community.
hell no.
I was
not
gonna say this
hating.
earlier. I see on your IG you're always plugging that you will train people.
Yes.
So yeah. So you're gonna show the love to people you.
Yes,
train.
I train in body contouring and sculpting. I train in the foot detoxes. I train in the teeth whitening. The teeth whitening course is 2 hours. And you get certified, you get all the equipment to start working, like everything you need. 2 hours long, you get certified, you're trained, and you're ready to start making money. So if you're looking for a side hustle, if you're looking for a full-time hustle, like come through. We make our own products. Like even our whitening gels, those are made by us.
How many hours a week do you say if you're just getting in, you have a side job, a full-time job, this is your side hustle? How many hours a week do you need to put into this?
I mean, right now, you could do like a couple of hours a day or just dedicate one day. Because if you have 2 chairs going at a time, you can make up to $300 an hour. So think about it. If you just book off a Saturday or a Sunday, you can make $1,000 in one day. If you get 2 people in a chair at a time and just promote, and I teach all of that. I teach you how to promote. I teach you how to network. I teach you, how to get your products, my vendors list. I give all that up so you can be successful.
So if you're just starting up, say I'm just starting up and I take this course, where can I do this from my home? Do you rent out space here? Where can I get customers to come in for myself?
So I had to find out the hard way because people are hating, and somebody called the Department of Health and reported that I was running the business out of my house. I actually had insurance and everything, so I thought it was legit. I didn't know that I couldn't. As soon as I got the phone call from the Department of Health, I got a studio the next day. Actually, it's funny because I had the studio 2 weeks before getting the call from the Department of Health. I just hadn't moved yet. So I had to find out the hard way. There are thousands of people that do businesses out of their house, but they're just not as known as I am. And it could be a bad thing because you have to put yourself out there to get known. And then you have people who want to hate on you because they are successful, or just hate on you because they look at the old Tony and Lani and think that, oh shit, they still together and they're happy. So let me try to blow their life up in some other way. That's just how it is.
Wait,
I mean,
so it sounds like you know this hater.
I know a lot of haters.
No, it sounds like you know the specific hater.
I don't. The one who called, it could be anybody, but
was
you know
me.
what? I believe in karma. Yeah, it was you. You know, I'll kick your ass. But I believe in karma, and I believe that there's no need for me to be that old person and want to, investigate and try to find out. It'll come bite you in the ass in some way or
Oh,
another.
absolutely. I believe in karma too. Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
a good person.
Be a good person.
I'm an asshole. Don't get me wrong. If you're mean to me, you're going to get that same energy reciprocated. But I'm a good person. If I'm just meeting you, I have no reason to not like you. Like, I'm going to be open-minded. And if you shit on me, then good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's just it.
Fuck the hater. Just mad they're not going after their own dreams.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, I can help you. Like, look at me as a success story. Like, from where I've come from to where I'm at. We just opened a salon in, we haven't officially opened it, but we're in the process of getting our salon in Tampa open. So we're going to have 2
nice.
salons.
Sheesh.
And that's within a year.
Wait, a hair salon or?
No, the same thing. Sparkle and Shine
Oh,
Beauty is
nice.
going to be in Tampa. We'll be opening, I want to say, because we just opened this one officially today, I'm going to say we're
Grand opening March 29th.
March 20th, yes.
20th.
March 20th, and we're flying
We have
out.
to come through.
Yeah, I mean, definitely
No
come
problem.
through. I'm going to be offering deals. My whitening is usually $99. If you book the day of my grand opening, it's $75. So come through, you get a deal. The new spot in Tampa should be open. I want to say it should be open by the summer, and then hopefully by the fall we'll have a spot in Miami. We're just going.
nice.
Like, we're
Damn.
not stopping.
Yeah, don't stop.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
not.
stop.
Like,
Keep it up.
everybody's trying to, there's great people that I've met, and then there's negative people that I've met, but they're all hiding. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, fuck them.
One time.
But going back to what you're saying, so the health department found out the hard way. So
That you can't have it in your home.
yeah,
Many people do. I'm not going to advise you to do it because, it can happen where someone will call the Department of Health. Trust no one. And, you're
it.
really not supposed to.
Yep.
I, right at this moment, don't have a spot to rent. I actually am renting to one person. The goal is I'm in this lease for a year. After this year, we're gonna buy a storefront, and I'm gonna buy a commercial building,
Oh,
and I'm
nice.
just gonna rent out, to other beauty industry people, and let's get it. Like, let's go.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like I said, I'm a little bit
Sky's the
older.
limit.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, the most
Taking it.
relentless, fearless entrepreneur I know, Lani.
Yep. That's
Sparkle and Shine, TW on Instagram.
Yes.
Follow.
Yes. And come in and consultations. I know a lot of people have questions about it. Come in. We'll talk about it. I can pretty much fix anything. If you're looking to lose weight, I do slimming treatments. I do sauna blanket treatments. So it's not all about just coming in and getting your body snatched. There's all other things. I make my own detox drinks. I make we call it the gut buster if you're looking for a nice cleanse. Believe me, this will clean you right out. So, those will be here on the 20th for people to just, cash and carry. There'll be a lot of cash and carry items.
So it's only cash, or can they paper card?
Oh, no, I accept everything. I am no fool.
Shit,
A lot of people don't carry cash these days. So, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal.
She got it all, baby.
Yep,
Come through.
anything. I accept anything. But, like I said, for one thing that I want to tell everybody is don't give up. Like, if somebody, your past doesn't define you, like, I had said briefly, like, a lot of people said, oh, yeah, she's a foster kid. This is going to be her future. This is how it's going to be. No, it's not going to be. And even though a lot of girls that I grew up with did go that way, it wasn't happening to me. And I was determined, but I feel like if it wasn't for Tony, he saved me.
Tony,
me.
big dog.
He saved me. I owe everything to him. And, that support from him and that drive to be like, okay, I've been in nursing for 25 years. I want to open a teeth whitening business. People must have thought I was crazy. Anyone would have thought I was crazy. Not my man. My man was like, okay, what are we going to do? Like, let's go. What are we going to do? So we started it in our living room. It was peak COVID.
That's where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peak COVID. Brandon was in the living room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was downstairs.
So we did, we were waiting for our furniture because during COVID, nothing could get over here. So I had an empty living room. We started in the living room. Then we saw how successful it became. He built me a whole beautiful studio in our basement.
Oh,
like,
he was just hammering down here
He
before we started to record. Literally 2 minutes before.
yeah, he doesn't question anything. He's like, what can I do for you, babe? Like, what? And I don't want to get emotional, but you don't you don't think that something like that is going to happen to you when you've had such negative stuff in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You never think that something like that would happen to you. And I'm blessed.
No, definitely. You're blessed. But if we can get Big Tone on the mic, I'm curious, because, like, someone in your position, how do you, like, you must be nervous to, like, you don't feel no type of way, like, damn, I'm putting myself on the line. And, like, say someone, I've been in those scenarios before where, like, damn, I'm nervous. Like, should I go all in? Someone with that type of background,
In what aspect?
you can feel like, well, someone with that type of background, like, obviously, like, no offense, like, is what I'm giving gonna be taken the right way? You were never nervous, like, you were gonna, like, put yourself out there and not get it, like, the love
Reciprocated?
back to you?
Nah, she was always had a great heart. She always had a great heart, and that's what I loved about her, that she had such a great heart, and she just had bad things happening to her as a kid, and I just wanted to give her support to do what she wanted in life, and she did. Look at her. She's done everything she wanted to do.
That's definitely.
And we're not done yet, but we're still doing.
Not done yet. Absolutely.
No, we're not.
That's awesome. I think it's like a common like not theme, but like it's a common thing that men just know when women want to be loved and how they want to be loved. Do you know what I'm saying? And like an actual man knows that, right? So I feel like Tony saw Lani. He knew exactly what she needed and provided that. Lani could have been like, all right, I need this, or I don't, and she actually needed it, and she ran with it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. It's good because it's not just him, realizing that this is what you need. It's you, like, this is exactly what I need.
Yeah.
So it's just like a beautiful like marriage and love,
So I know you were young, but you felt that different type of love right when you met Lani. Like, it's love at first sight, or like you just like it grew into it, or what?
No, it took a while, but like I said, it's just herself, that the way she was with people, the way her heart, the way she cared about my mother. It was just, she just needed to be loved, and just that's what happened. I gave her love and she flourished,
For
and
sure.
she gave me love, I haven't felt love like that. I don't know any other thing. We've been together so long, it's like, I don't know what it is not to be loved. I feel bad for people that don't have that in their lives,
Yeah, I mean, it's you guys are definitely
We're goals.
yeah, goals.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'm jealous.
Yeah, for sure. For as long as I've known you guys, I feel like every time I've seen you, you guys always just had that connection. It's like, damn, they're having a good time. He's always a good ass time. We're playing basketball together, football. We're always hanging out, talking about random shit. Lani's always making me laugh over here. We're going to the club, get drunk.
Lani's never complaining, never like go watch the kids,
No,
none of that
I did my
shit.
first ice luge with him. I was like, how did we do this? It was with Jay, right? It was with Jay.
Hey, Jay, shit, that
We're
Jay
shouting
shout
you out, Jay.
Yeah, the Jay shout out.
But yeah, it was at his graduation party, and he was like, try this. And I'm like, okay. Next thing you know, Tony's like, what the fuck are you doing?
That being said, like a lot of other people, like even like that, like Tony, that situation, other guys would be like, yo, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what is she doing? And that's where that difference is. Like I said, you guys always had those vibes, like the goals.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's beautiful for sure.
It is. It is. You should come to this side at some point, Effie.
He's a thought.
He's a
Hey,
thought.
I'm not a thought. It's just
You're not ready.
I'm not ready.
And I can respect that because, like I said, if you're not ready, have your fun. Like,
Yeah, well,
Don't lie to someone.
But why aren't you ready yet? I feel like what's going on, dude? Like,
bro, we talked about it before, but yeah, I mean, like every girl I've met, it's like no, it's not gonna work out. Like we're on the same views. Like I'm trying to do like my business stuff, and like I'm definitely like family oriented, and like I see like how you guys are with your family, like how I am, like my siblings and stuff like that. Like I'm just always trying. I'm always on 100. I'm always like going like I got so many things going through my head, and like it's tough for me to like so people understand like what I'm doing. Like I'm not trying to blow nobody off. Like even when you hit me up, you never take offense to it though. Like you'll hit me
I'll
up.
call your mother.
Yeah.
He didn't answer me. I'm like, where's Effie? And she's like, oh, he's here or there. He'll get back to you when he gets back. So I'm like, okay, as long as he's all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that even being said, like you can like like, sometimes I go like a couple of days without responding, and I'm not trying to be like an asshole.
Yeah.
But like, see if I'm talking to a girl and like, hey, I don't respond right away, or if I'm doing different type of shit, like I don't mean nothing by it, but like,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
trying to do shit like myself, and
no, I feel you. I feel like you could do that, but like then that means that you're in no position to be in like a relationship.
No.
at
that's
all.
why I'm not doing it.
not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, so like I don't like. Yeah,
But you
that's
don't
why I'm
lie to
not.
them. You don't lead them on and be like, tell them you want to be with them like that.
No.
Like, no.
So you're not looking for love right now. You're not looking for like a good woman.
I'm not against it, but like I'm not gonna like bend my like yo if I'm trying to do different, like I said, like a million different things at one time. So like I'm not gonna just bend and like
So you hear that, ladies? No chance. Sorry to disappoint.
hey,
You have
like,
to be very patient. There is a chance, but you have to be patient and understand his lifestyle. That's it.
yeah, I'm trying to travel, see the world, and trying to do stuff like my brother, my sister, family.
But you ain't trying to see
dad.
the world with somebody?
Yeah, it would be nice, but like, yeah, I would. To answer that question, yeah, I would. But I'm always on the go. So like, if I'm gonna go somewhere, are they gonna get mad that I'm going somewhere? Are they
That's a
gonna
little
get mad?
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a
That's
grown
little girl,
woman
bro.
that will understand it.
Yeah. So I mean,
Imagine someone holding you back from a trip. That's like, wait, what? Like, nah.
yeah. I mean, I've been in scenarios before. Like, oh, what are you doing? Like, what? You're going there? It's like, yeah, I am. Like, I'm not gonna not go. So
Right.
like, if we're not like, if you're not with it, then fuck it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna just not do things I want to do. Like you said, like Tony had her back. Like, oh, do what you're gonna do. Like, I got your back. I want someone like that. Like, if they're gonna do something I can't make it, fuck it, go do it.
Hey, Tony's taking her, right?
And after this podcast, he's off the market with me.
Yeah. No, but I respect that. Like if you're looking for a certain person and if they can't keep up with you, then yeah, I respect it.
For sure.
But I love what you do. Like you're traveling. Like those are things that I want my kids to do. Like I want you to see the world. I want you
Yeah.
to experience things. And sometimes a relationship can hold you back from that.
For sure. Yeah, like, people like always set me up. Like, oh, how are you doing that? What are you doing this? It's like, I'm just doing it. Like you said, like you're just doing it. You're opening Tampa up. You're opening Miami up. And what's holding you back? Your own fears.
Yeah. I mean, I'm scared. I'm scared all the time. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from moving forward. Like I've always had fears, like, but I just have to keep going, and I'm doing it for my family. I want to leave, a foundation for them. Even though I know my daughter's probably going to support all of us. But yeah, she's brilliant. But I just want to make sure, like, I want to just put it out there that I love my kids' boyfriend and girlfriend. I love them. It's nothing against them. It's just that I wanted my kids to experience something different, but they chose different. But I love my daughter's boyfriend. My daughter's boyfriend, he loves her. I don't think anyone could ever love my daughter like he loves her. He loves her. And Keanu was Jalissa's boyfriend, and Jocelyn is Jaden's girlfriend. And Jocelyn is amazing. She's the sweetest. Like, I have to just shout them out because I don't want them to think it's not anything against them. Jocelyn is amazing, and she's going to be my daughter-in-law someday, and Keanu's going to be my son-in-law. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but no, that's awesome. Like, yeah, you said that's great for them.
That's good as a parent. That's good to know that like somebody has your kids back, you know?
Yeah, of course. And
That's
you know,
big.
I just want my kids to be happy, and if that's what makes them happy, because I don't want to say I'm a helicopter mom, maybe kind of, but
No, we all are.
I just don't
We all
ever
are.
I don't ever want to lose my bond with my kids.
Yeah.
Because that's so important to both of us, to Tony and I.
Yeah.
You know, our kids are everything to us. Even though they're grown ass adults, they're still our kids.
So let me ask you this, right? So I don't want to say I'm a helicopter parent, right? So I'm raising a girl, a 5-year-old, and I don't want to say like I'm a helicopter parent, right? But you know, I'm like conscious of like everything she's doing. Sometimes I give her space, sometimes I don't. But like, what advice would you give me?
So I have a lot of people who actually not envy, but they love the relationship I have with my daughter. We're besties. We're like the best of friends. And I've always talked to her about everything. Like everything. I've never hid anything from her. If she wants to know something, I'm going to tell her. And make sure that she understands. And, you know, just be very supportive. Just, you know, there's going to be a time when, you know, she's 5 right now.
But as far as like parenting, you parent. Like if she's
there's a fine line.
If she's doing something wrong, you're like, hey.
She knows.
Like if she's slacking, like, hey, you're slack. Like,
of course, you can't be their friend. Mm-hmm. You have to be their parent first,
and then their friend.
You have to be their parent first.
I think to me, right? So there's these certain insecurities, right, from being like single father and like dealing with like that type of situation where like, you know, I'm over here like, you know, dealing with my daughter and just like I want to like just, you know, shower her with love to kind of like validate that I'm there for her and stuff like that. But then it gets to a point where like, you know, I know she loves me. My insecurities go away because like I know she loves me because she spends time with me and she tells me she loves me now without me actually telling her I love her first.
Right.
Because at first it was just like, oh, you know, I mean, I don't want to be here. And now it's just like, oh no, let's, you know, I like to be like with daddy and stuff like that. So it's that insecurity that kind of like, you know, when you put in that work, because I had to put in that work. I had to put in like that overtime work. You know what I mean? It was a lot of work for me. And you know, I was going to do it. It doesn't matter, you know, because yeah, she's the love of my life, whatever. So yeah, that insecurity, like now it's starting to go away and stuff like that. And like, I want to be with her and stuff like that. But now it's just like, all right, we're over that. Now I have to parent.
Right.
I don't want that to like flip on me and be like, all right, I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go with mom.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, like, you know, being a single parent, I've never done that. So kudos to you because I'm sure it's hard. But, you know, trying to give that validation and, you know, it's almost like you're spoiling her while she's with you because you want her to love you and want to be, you know, I get it. But you have to be a parent and you can't just give because that's what she's going to expect.
Exactly.
So you have to parent. There is a fine line. Like, you don't have to be, like, crazy about it. You know, just talk. Like, you know, like, you know, when you're here, just calmly talk to her. It doesn't have to be, like, spazzing out and having, like, that tone, especially as a man, having that tone with her to make her afraid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think she knows. And I think, like we're past that. Like, all right, like, now, I think it was my insecurities. Like, just, all right, now I know she loves me. Now and she knows she loves me, too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I had to work for it. And now it's just like, all right, got to turn it off. Let's turn this girl into like, you know.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to turn it off. You can still, you know, love and all that affection. And even though, you know, you still do that, but you still have to be a parent. Because if you can't control your child, society can't control your child.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a fine line. You know, be like, just have a conversation. It doesn't have to be like anything bad. Baby, you know I love you. But, you know, there's certain things that, you know, when you're at Papi's house that, you know, just have that fine line. And that's how it was with my kids. Like, you know, I'd want to love them and I hate to discipline them sometimes because it's like I feel so bad.
Exactly, yeah.
But if you can't control your kids, who's going to be able to control them? So they have to have that discipline, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't
100%.
How about your side of it, Big Tone? Any advice for a father to a daughter?
Let them know everything. Don't have to hold nothing back. Let them know what boys are gonna want when they get older. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be your friend half the time. She found out the hard way.
Yeah. You know, kids know everything. We know nothing.
Yeah. But when they're young, just have fun and just. It ain't about buying them stuff all the time.
Right.
It's about spending time with them, and talking to them. Let them know how their day was. They love to talk, especially little girls.
Yeah. And that's a big thing with us too, because we did both. Like these kids they had everything. Like they had everything. Because Tony and I, when we had the kids, I was already doing the nursing thing, and Tony had a really good job. So the kids had everything. But most of all, they had love and affection. That was the most important thing. And if we think back, like even when we talk to the kids, like, oh, do you remember this? Do you remember that? They don't remember the material things. They remember the bonds that they have with their parents. Mm-hmm. Like my daughter will call me 20 times a day and be like, hey, it's me again. I just bought this, or I just went to the store. Like she calls me for everything.
You're like,
and
oh, fuck.
And I love it.
But you love it.
I love it. Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck, Jalissa? What do you want? But it's she's like, yeah, ha ha ha, it's me. Like, you know, she knows she's being
I'm
annoying.
cleaning someone's feet right now. Leave me the fuck
Yeah,
alone.
it's like maybe I'm working, and sometimes she'll be like, oh, Mom, the fact that you opened this business is driving me crazy. I never see you anymore. And it's like, I dedicated my whole life to my children. Now they're adults. I will drop everything for them if they need me seriously.
Right,
they don't really need me seriously right now. No. But we were always hands-on parents. Always there. Then once they hit the age where they didn't really want to be with us too much, that's when I was just like, okay, I started working overtime, and then I started doing this.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, there's a fine line, but you definitely have to put the discipline in there with them, 100%.
No, that's awesome. I mean, do you think you were able to do this if like back then, like when they were younger?
No, I would never have done this back then. Never. Because my focus was my kids. So I didn't even work like, I think I worked 40 hours, but I tried not to. And Tony and I always had a handoff relationship because we never wanted anyone taking care of our kids because of my upbringing. I was very crazy about anyone being with my kids. So I would go to work on a second shift. He would work days. So he would work days. He'd come home at 2:30. Love you. Boom. I'm going to work for 3. So we never, it was always like that.
It's great. So things happen for a reason. So like you were able to take care of them when they were growing up. COVID kind of struck, and COVID is actually kind of like a blessing in disguise for you.
I think
you think about it, like one door closes, another one opens, and would you say you're a better off position now? You feel more happier in this state of your life compared to where you were 2-3 years ago, or
100%.
Past 10 years? You said you were there for 20 years, so
listen, I am in the best place in my life right now. I really am. I'm happy with what I do, and I'm still getting that fulfillment. Like as a nurse, you just want to take care of people and you want them to be happy and healthy. I'm still getting that here. Like I still make them happy. They're getting healthy with the detoxes. They're, getting healthy with the slimming treatments and the body contouring. So I'm still putting that into what I do, which makes me happy.
No, that's great. That's perfect. Yeah, like it's tough, like you said, and like taking that jump, but since you did, I think that should inspire a whole bunch of other people and like your position back then. And hopefully, you keep inspiring people to make that jump, and you can help people out, get into the business. And like you said, you can follow her on Facebook, Instagram, give that also the website, sparkleandshinetw.com. And
that one's no longer existing. I have somebody building a website.
Oh,
to come.
Take that back.
Coming
then.
soon.
Get our Instagram and our Facebook then.
So Lani, what do you got? We want some final points. What advice? What do you want? A closing statement? What do you want to say?
So I pretty much touch on what Effie said. Like, don't ever give up on a dream. Even if it's something that you think is out of reach, don't give up. Like, just go for it. Don't let anyone tell you can't be something, you can't do something. Do it. Even if it's something, that starts off slow, it's okay. There's growth. You know what I mean? And, check out my services, 100%. Come to the grand opening on March 20th. Of course, my kids, I want to thank them and Tony. Like, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
No, for sure. That's great. Check out the opening March 20th. Check her out on Instagram, Sparkle and Shine TW. Facebook, Sparkle and Shine Teeth Whitening. Give her a call, 401-451-6100. Get those teeth nice, white, and clean.
Yes, you want to get
it right for the summertime. I'll check you out, Patties, when you come through. And glad having Lani here. Thank you. And come check out our services. We'll be here March 20th, baby.